Hi, I'm Aubrey Thompson, and on October 16th of 2013, I was in a severe car accident with my friends. We decided to go racing that day, and the car I was in flipped a few times, and I was not buckled up in it, and I was ejected at some point from the car onto the road. When I left my house that morning to go race, I was expecting to be home in about 15 minutes, but I didn't get home for about 5 months. I don't remember any of that happening at all. I don't even really remember the day at all, or the next over 3 months that I was at Shands Hospital. And one of the surgeons that I had that did a surgery on me and stuff like that said that on the day of the accident, he saw my CAT scan. He said it looked like the CAT scan of a dead person. And literally, these are the surgeon we were visiting with this day's words. Said that the other surgeon went up to him and said, "If this happened to your son, would you try to have him saved?" And the surgeon we were visiting with said that his answer to that was no, because he didn't see how there was any way that I was going to live from that. That surgeon, when I was visiting with him, also said that I was literally living proof of a miracle. I give all credit to God, because without him, I wouldn't be alive right now.
In Romans 8:28 it says that, "For we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose." And it says all things, and that includes Aubrey's accident.
From the very beginning, he helped us to stay in control, to be strong, to pray, to lean on him, to ask his guidance every day. And he just knew what we would need. He knew that we needed to see kingdom things, and he showed us that right away.
Before the accident happened, I was playing 3 sports. I mean, not at that time, but over the course of the whole year: football, basketball, and baseball. I obviously can't play sports right now at all because my head and everything like that, I can't threat what could happen if I got hit hard or something like that. And so football season, I didn't play in that at all. Went to all the games, though. Stood on the sideline with the team, wore a jersey. That was fun and everything. But, I'm sad I can't play them, but it's not something that makes me depressed, really.
I've never once heard Aubrey say, "Why me?" Or "It's not fair." He, every time we see him, he greets us with a smile on his face, and he's happy to see his friends, and just incredibly positive and upbeat. I just can't imagine somebody going through what he went through and having an attitude like that if it were not for the presence of God in their life.
The day that was finally made up that I was going to come home officially from Shepherd's, I was obviously excited because I hadn't been home in about 5 months. It was a lot of people that were there on the sidewalks, on the road, and everything, with posters, banners saying "Glad you're home," and plenty of nice stuff to me, and I couldn't believe it. We put the windows down, went by. My dad honked the horn plenty of times for everyone to know it was us, and we all waved to him, and got home, and the news was in our driveway, and we were getting out of the car, and one of the ladies that was there with the news goes, "We're live." I just kind of got out of the car, had my walker, was walking as fast as I could with it to go inside, said thanks to everyone, kind of. And some point when I was at Shands, a lady that goes to my church got a map of USA printed out with all the states in it, drawn out and everything like that, and would put clothespins in every state that there was someone praying for me. A lot of states had multiple clothespins in them, and eventually got to a point, it was a continuous work obviously, it got to the point where there were people praying for me in every state in the US. And when I saw the map, I was like, that's crazy, but are there other countries on here too? And they said yes, there were 15 foreign countries. I've never met anyone in any of those countries in my life. There were people in those countries praying for me. He heard all the prayers, and he must have said at some point, "You know what, I'm gonna make sure this kid's living." Something I wanna leave everyone with is that before you make a choice, know what the outcome of it could be at worst, because me going into the situation in this race, I mean, I should have died. I literally shouldn't be alive right now. And if I had thought about that before the race and not gone on it, say it still would have happened, I mean, obviously it would have been still terrible for the person who's driving the vehicle. But I wouldn't have been a part of that at all. And if I hadn't gone on it, I don't even know that the race still would have happened. And so I want you guys all to know before you make choices, what's the worst possible thing that could happen. And if you know that there's a good chance something could happen, I'd not make that choice. God saved me from this terrible accident, I can honestly say that. And I'm completely fine with how my life is right now. And I want God's will to be done with the rest of my life.
We knew that God was there throughout all of it, and His will was being done. And it's just been a great sense of strength and encouragement for us as Aubrey has continued to heal day after day, to know that God's will is being done in his life, in our lives, and that it is going to be very good. And it really, to see God work in this situation has just truly been a blessing.